Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie. Gramy sobie dzisiaj w Red Dead Redemption 1. Kto nie grał w dwójkę, niech od razu ogrywa jak najszybciej. Red Dead 1 dopiero to została port na PC i naprawdę jestem dość podjarany, bo chciałem tą grę zagrać już od dawna. Nie powiem, nastawiałem się na remake, to się chyba mówi, w drugiej części, na silniku drugiej części, no ale mamy port, więc to też jest dobrze. Powiem wam, że nie mogę się doczekać, naprawdę. Znam bardzo dobrze historię Artura z drugiej części, ponieważ tą grę chyba przeszedłem, nie wiem, z 3 razy, gdzieś tak. Dobra, nie przedłużając, lecimy. Co my tu mamy? Normalny chyba, bo Undead Nightmare wiem, czy to jest dodatek. Chyba na razie go nie chcemy, więc chyba normalny. Ja tam zapisu. Wiem wszystko. Wiem wszystko. Amerykański Exodus. Jest i on.
For one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
No i proszę Państwa, jesteśmy na Dzikim Zachodzie po raz kolejny. Powiem Wam, że jestem pod wielkim wrażeniem, że gra, która powstała w 2010 roku, wygląda tak zajebiście, naprawdę. Trzymaj shifta, by biec, nie chcę biec. Nie, chcę się delektować tym klimatem. Wow. Naprawdę graficznie jest lepiej niż się spodziewałem. To jakiś chłop już pijany jest.
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Wow, patrzcie na to. Niesamowite. Nie wierzę, że to było w oryginalnej wersji z 2010 roku. Naprawdę, nie uwierzę. Przecież ta gra mogłaby spokojnie powstać teraz i ja bym się nie skapnął, naprawdę. Wow.
Come on.
Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an old serrated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Naprawdę mi się nie chce wierzyć, że takie efekty pogodowe były w oryginalnej części. W się wersji, co
Are
nie?
you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like these clams. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all? Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
Gdzie my tak pędzimy? Dobra, jakaś misja już od razu na rozpoczęciu gry. Ale
I tell you,
tereny,
Mr. Marston,
kurde, jak
those
to wygląda.
coyotes eat better than I do. Almost there, Mr. Marston. Just over this hill. Yeah, yeah.
Fort. O, Fort Mercer.
Slow down.
Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Dobra, podejdźmy sobie bliżej. Ten fort pamiętam. Z drugiej części. O ile to był właśnie ten fort, bo dokładnie nie pamiętam. Ale wydaje się, że to jest ten sam.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
Szybko poszło, ale nie spodziewałem się, że go poszczelą, tak szczerze. Widziałem, że się nie zgodzi. Bill, bo Billa znamy co nie z drugiej części, że był w gangu. Dobra, lekko wam przyspieszę to. O ile się da. Nie ma też tak sensu każdej cutscenki oglądać.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
Okej, zostaliśmy uratowani przez jakąś farmerkę. Ło. Kurde, jak to wygląda. Niesamowicie. Dobra, chodźmy. Naprawdę ładnie.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Boni. Okej, nie znam żadnej Boni. Kurde, klimacik jest naprawdę niezły.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Hop on up. He won't bite. Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Cóż to będziemy robić?
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Dobra, lecimy na pierwszą przygodę tutaj, na tym ranczu. Jestem ciekawy, gdzie nas ta Boni zaprowadzi.
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. Giddy up! And here we are, back at the house.
Aha,
Let's
to
stop
tyle.
for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
I to było takie po prostu jakby pokazanie rancha.
Well, are
Okay.
we going inside?
Kurde, widzę takiego lekkiego jakby blura w oddali, ale nie wiem, czy to jest po prostu taki efekt starości gry, czy po prostu taki efekt, wiecie, takiej głębi, lekko. Ale wygląda to fajnie.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful
No i
around
dobra,
this time.
zaczynamy już. Poważne rzeczy. Pierwsza broń.
We'd best get moving. This is a
Karabinek
dangerous time of
powtarzalny.
night for us.
La la. Okej.
Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Zatem ruszajmy.
Come on.
Thank you, Mr. Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Oczywiście jak to w klasycznym Red Deadzie fabuła raczej będzie się toczyła powoli. Ale właśnie nie wiem jak u was, ale właśnie dla mnie to jest ogromny plus Red Deada. Naprawdę ogromny.
I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you?
Chwila, czekaj, daj mi zaparkować. Nie działa.
Get your rifle out. It's about time these little thieves met their maker. They're better at shooting rabbits than
Kurde, do
outlaws.
królików?
Good shot. Nice shooting. You got one.
Dobra.
Thank
A tam
you,
jeszcze
Mr.
jest?
Marston.
Dup.
We'll be having rabbit
Ja mam, że
dinner
strzelanie
tomorrow.
przyjemne
Let's
bardzo.
mount up and patrol the rest of the property.
Bardzo się miło strzela. Przodujmy. O Jezu, sorry, nie ten koń. No
Let's
dobra.
get going. We've still got plenty
Whoa.
of ground to cover. If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Tam coś widzę.
Was that a coyote? Get those pests before they
Coyote.
scare the livestock.
Dobra, let's go. Przeskoczy ten koń? Wow, dobra. Chyba ostatni. Leży.
Well, we got rid of the coyotes. I just wish we'd pay dog chickens.
Okej.
Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
Chyba nie było to trudne. Już wiem, że strzelanie mi się bardzo podoba.
You know,
Fajne.
you can actually
Przyjemne.
handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
Okej.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Tak można broń wybrać. To jak w standardowym Red Deadzie.
This
Się
is
w
you, Mr.
standardowym,
Marston.
tym drugim. A jeszcze sorki.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
There's a change of season in the air. I feel it in my patient's bones.
Okej, dobra, czyli wiemy, że gra się zapisuje śpiąc, a nie po prostu z menu. Lekarzem... To tak, standardowo. Otwórzmy pojemnik. O, proszę bardzo. Dobra, wyśpijmy się. Zapiszmy sobie grę. Tutaj niech będzie. Oczywiście. Nie miało być po 6 godzinach. A no tak, wstaje ranek. Dobra, będziemy kończyć ten odcinek. Ja się już nie mogę doczekać kolejnych i kolejnych. Naprawdę, gra mnie... Oj, coś czuję, że mnie wciągnie i to bardzo. Jestem mega ciekawy ogólnie historii wszystkich postaci, które były w dwójce. Także możecie zostawić lajka i suba. I co, widzimy się w kolejnym odcinku. Na razie.